So a couple weeks ago, driving from some random city far away from where I live now, I really just couldn't find anything on YouTube to listen to. So I listened to an interview with Steve-O, the guy from Jackass who recently got sober. Now, just a little backstory. Steve-O to me is probably one of the most fucking uninteresting, boring fucking personalities that I've ever encountered. There's not really a lot of depth or a lot of humanity in him or compassion or anything. He's very much like anybody that's fucking friends with Joe Rogan. Not that they're like part of the same posse or anything, but there's just they're human, and that's really fucking, and that remains to be found out. But there's just, I'm just get to the point. So I just said I want to find out about this dude's life, because for somebody that has spent his entire life, really, you could call it doing stunts and entertaining and whatever the fuck, but really, what's really going on? Like one day when I was doing stand-up comedy, I got off stage and I said, do I really need to have fucking strangers laugh at things I say to make me feel good about myself? Because my mom paid a lot of attention to me. I just don't feel like I need it. There's no empty part of inside of me that's going, oh, I just want to entertain. You don't want to fucking entertain people. You have something going on inside of you. And I was kind of approaching that podcast wondering, like, what makes this guy tick? Because let's just forget all the fucking bullshit fancy words for art and, like comedy is or acting is some. It's just ways for people to pay fucking attention to you. Yeah, you might enjoy it because you're not outside shoveling fucking dirt in the hot sun. So, hearing his story, what I kind of figured, I kind of just at a distance thought he probably had come from a broken home, which I was wrong about. But what I come upon was his dad came from a really well-to-do family, and there's nothing wrong with that, like good on you, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not hating on that. I'm not hating on the dude, period. I just think he's fucking lame. We just have been so desensitized to people fucking seeking our approval and our attention, and what you're doing is seeking attention and people's approval on a fucking huge scale, and we just call it showbiz. It's not. It's fucking craziness. You know what I mean? It's fucking craziness. So his dad was never around, all right? My dog's like, are we making another fucking video? So his dad was never around. He was a big, I think he was an executive for tobacco or alcohol or something. His mom was, and this is his words, was a fucking ravaging, drunk alcoholic. And, what does that mean? Well, no one was fucking paying attention to him. And this guy has such a root cause need of needing people to just fucking accept him or show him attention and affection that he just requires it like an addict requires opiates, and it's really fucking sad that we encourage people we just disguise it in words that have about 10% truth and just call it entertainment. It's like, dude's risking his fucking life for laughs from people that you'll never see again. You know what I mean? You're risking your life. I remember watching, I just never was a big fan of Jackass. I thought the one movie was pretty cool. But, hearing the dude talk, and hearing him, just hearing him open up on this podcast about his life, it's like, like, I just don't understand. I don't know, I just don't understand, like, none of these people ever spend a fucking minute thinking about other people. You know what I mean? None of these people spend 5 fucking minutes thinking about the guy down at the corner store that's out front begging for change. The guy that's out front, like whatever, washing people's windows with a fucking bottle and a rag and just scrubbing by, literally in life. And I don't know, man. I just looked at me, Hercules. Too early? Yeah, little safety buddy. I don't know. I watch some of these podcasts, like I've been really deep diving. I've really been on a kind of a selfish trip of mine on a podcast called Too Lazy to Try. And I catch myself watching these podcasts about like fucking Joe Rogan and his group of friends, which none of these people are like real comedians. You know what I mean? It's crazy to think that these people can, like, we have become so stupid and so fat and so vaccinated and just so fucking filled with heavy metals that we think that this mediocrity of people that have very little, like, to offer anybody on any level, like, literally. Like, there's just, I don't know, I just kind of feel like there's people in the world that are just, they're like, and I really feel this is a fucked up way to view people, but I really feel this is true because I feel like they view people this way too, and maybe we have something in common. I really believe that there's people out there in the world that all they want to be is people in the crowd. You know what I mean? They just want to be entertained, and they don't ever want to stand out and shine and come up with something of their own or have anything to offer the world, which is not true because everybody has something to offer the world. But I really feel like the difference between me and these people is these people think that you're fucking lucky, okay, to even be graced by their presence, or that you're smart for following them, which I don't know, it's just the whole thing is just fucking, I don't know, fame to me it's an addiction. I've never really experienced fame on a level like obviously like these guys have, but I remember when I was doing stand-up comedy, and I'm talking about like in a town where like One Tree Hill was formed, I just remember the amount of shit people would do for me. And I'm working at a prison as a corrections officer driving an S10 pickup truck. People just wanted to attach themselves. Come on, Bubba. People just wanted to, free cocaine. Girls, free drinks. You could get into any of, people, you got to write up in one of the magazines. You're on the radio. And I just said to myself, like, one, this is fucking dangerous as fuck, okay? Like, this could really make a motherfucker feel good about himself. And I kind of feel like if you're really giving a fuck about comedy and you really just want to be the most funniest, craziest person in the world, it softens you, just like people that become champion in boxing and stuff. You just don't have the hunger for it anymore. And I kind of felt like if I'm up here and I have people's attention, and I just had an epiphany one night. I was standing on, I think I was at I don't think it was the Nut Street Comedy Club or at the Real Cafe, and I just remember looking at the audience and going, I'm probably never going to see these people again, ever, because I know I'm not going to live here the rest of my life. But what I'm doing right now is so fucking stupid on every level. I have people's attention and I'm telling them jokes that, like, what I should be telling them about like my struggles in life. I should be telling them about God. I should be telling them how to change their life. I should be telling them about shit that people really want to know. I shouldn't be telling them shit to forget where the fuck they're at. We need to fix where we're at. And I kind of feel like people that get lost in this, I don't know, it's just such a fucking sad thing to see a guy my age lighting himself on fire or drinking a goldfish. It's like humans really don't have any, humans really are very few and far between that have any originality. Like, look at Andrew Dice Clay. On the surface, when he came out, there was no internet. But really, what is Andrew Dice Clay? He's a combination of fucking Fonzie from Happy Days and that fucking movie with Sylvester Stallone and Fonzie, where they're all wearing leather jackets. He's kind of like the Elvis and Fonzie of comedy. You know what I mean? Like, there's just nobody has any room for, like, an original thought, and it's just sad to me.